You found it. The color was perfect, the fabric exactly right, and then you turned it around. Sleeveless. And just like that, you put it back on the rack. My friends, the truth is, it was never you. It was never your arms. It was the approach. Because here's what nobody ever talks about. Your eye has its own logic, and once you understand what it actually does when it looks at a sleeve, everything changes. Today I'm going to share 6 tools with you, including one that I have never seen any other channel talk about. And it may be the most powerful of all. My beautiful friends, this video is different. Everything I show you today, I'm showing you on real arms, loose skin, fuller arms, the full range of what our bodies actually look like at 60, 70, and beyond. For each tool, I'm going to tell you the why, the visual mechanics behind it. Because when you understand why something works, you carry it with confidence, not just hope. And after every single tool, I'll give you exact search terms and specific retailers, US and UK, so you can act on this today, not someday. That includes specific adaptations for my friends who've had surgery or who are living with lymphedema. You deserve these tools too, so let's start with the tool I personally reach for first. And it's built on something that will change how you see every sleeve you've ever passed by. Here's what I've discovered about sheer layers. And once you understand this, you'll never look at a sleeve the same way again. When your eye looks at bare skin next to open air, it perceives a sharp edge, a clear boundary, and your brain reads that boundary as definition. It draws attention to exactly that line. But the moment you place even the lightest sheer fabric over the arm, something shifts. The skin and the fabric merge. The edge softens. Your eye no longer finds a clear boundary to focus on. It reads the whole surface as one continuous visual plane. That's the principle. Not covering, not hiding, simply softening the edge so the eye moves on. So, 3 ways to bring this principle to life. The first is a mesh underlayer. It goes on beneath your sleeveless dress, visible only at the sleeve line. This is the most seamless option, because the mesh sits against your skin and the softening happens at the closest possible point to the arm itself. For fuller arms, or if you have looser skin at the upper arm, which is completely natural, choose a shade that's slightly deeper than your skin tone. Your eye processes less contrast that way, and the blending is genuinely beautiful. If you're petite, keep the hem of the underlayer at hip length. Let it end there. The second option is a lace arm cover, the slip-over style. This is my favorite for versatility, because it works over any sleeveless dress you already own. You're not buying a new wardrobe. You're adding one piece that transforms everything in it. One note on sizing. If you're between sizes, size up. The softness of the layer is the point, not the tightness. And the third, a sheer chiffon open cardigan, draped over both shoulders, falling open at the front. Your arms are visible through the fabric, which is exactly the intention. The eye sees softness, not structure. For taller frames, let the length extend to mid-thigh. That longer line is genuinely elegant. For my friends managing lymphedema or navigating life after breast surgery, compression-aware sheer layers were made with you in mind. Search lymphedema fashion arm sleeve on Amazon or Etsy. They are beautiful and they are thoughtful. Now, where to find these? 2 search terms that work well: sheer lace arm sleeve women and mesh arm cover women fashion. For lymphedema-specific options, search lymphedema fashion arm sleeve. In the US, check Amazon with those exact terms, Chico's layering section, or soft surroundings. Search sheer cardigan. In the UK, Marks & Spencer occasion cover-ups and John Lewis evening wraps both carry wonderful options. Price range: budget pieces come in around $12 to $25, mid-range $30 to $60, and luxury options from $70 upward. That's the first tool. And now that your eye understands how to soften a line, let's talk about how to reshape one entirely. Here's what I've discovered about a transparent wrap. And it comes down to one of the oldest principles in visual design. When a wrap falls open at the front, it creates a vertical line. And vertical lines do one thing: they direct the eye downward, not across, down. When your eye travels in that direction, it perceives less width. It's not an illusion, it's geometry. That's not a styling trick. That's just how the eye reads a shape. Picture this. You have an occasion coming. A wedding, a dinner, something that matters to you. You've found the perfect sleeveless dress, and you want to feel absolutely beautiful in it. This is exactly what the airy wrap was designed for. The first way to wear it: tie the wrap at one hip in an asymmetrical knot. What this does is remarkable. The diagonal of the knot meets the vertical of the open front, and your eye travels in two directions at once, neither of which is directly across the arms. For fuller torsos, tie it loosely. The looseness is the elegance. A tight knot compresses. A loose one flows. The second way is the hands-free open drape. No knot. The wrap simply falls open over both shoulders. This is the one I reach for at events where I want to feel completely unencumbered. It goes on in 2 seconds and requires nothing else from you. Petite frames. Choose a wrap that ends at the knee. Floor length on a shorter frame can interrupt the vertical line we're creating, and that's the opposite of what we want. The third variation is the one-shoulder anchor. You secure the wrap at one shoulder, a small safety pin hidden inside the fabric, and let the other end fall freely. This creates the vertical line on one side with a soft diagonal across. If you have more ease of movement on one side than the other, whether that's from surgery, a shoulder concern, or anything else, anchor on the comfortable side. The drape does the rest. Tall frames. A floor-length wrap is one of the most genuinely elegant silhouettes there is. Don't shy away from it. Have you ever tried a wrap in a tone that's slightly deeper than your dress? The contrast between the two creates a second vertical line, and the geometry becomes even stronger. Something to explore. For finding your wrap, 2 search terms work consistently well: chiffon wrap cardigan women and transparent duster cardigan women. If you want something with more structure, try sheer wrap dress cover. In the US, Nordstrom Rack's occasion outerwear section is reliable. White House Black Market carries excellent dusters, and Target's A New Day line has very good options at budget pricing. In the UK, Phase 8 for occasion cover-ups. ASOS if you want plus-size options specifically, Filter by Sheer Wrap, and Boden for something lightweight and British. Price range runs from $18 to $35 at the budget end, $45 to $80 in mid-range, and $90 and above for something truly luxurious. The wrap reshapes a line. The next tool reshapes the architecture of the whole silhouette. And it starts with a measurement most of us have never thought about. Here's what I've discovered about strap width, and it comes down to something surprisingly specific. When a strap is thin, a spaghetti strap, say, it creates a gap between the strap and the edge of the sleeve, and that gap is negative space. Your eye is drawn to it. It reads it as the boundary of the arm. But when a strap is 2 inches wide or more, that gap disappears. The strap becomes part of the dress's own structure, and your eye reads the whole torso as one unified shape. That's what designers call visual integration, and it changes everything about how a sleeveless dress looks and feels. So, 3 things worth knowing. The first, the comparison. Hold a spaghetti strap dress next to a wide strap dress of the same silhouette. The difference in how your eye reads the arm is immediate. The thin strap creates definition right at the arm line. The wide strap erases that definition and creates torso unity instead. The difference isn't about covering the arm, it's about where the eye finds structure. The second is off-shoulder. This takes visual integration to its fullest expression, because when there's no strap at all, the neckline itself becomes the structural element. Your eye finds the collarbone. The shoulder becomes a style feature. For broader shoulders, this is a particularly strong choice. Your shoulder is the feature. Let it be. And the third is a combination I recommend more than any other. A square neckline with a strap of 1.5 to 2 inches. The square neckline creates a clean horizontal line across the chest. The strap holds it. Your eye reads a composed, unified structure. It photographs beautifully, and it works across almost every body type in our community. I want to speak directly to my friends who have had breast surgery, a mastectomy, or reconstruction. Wider straps and square necklines are often the most comfortable choice after surgery, and I want you to hear this clearly. Not because they conceal anything, but because they work with reconstructed anatomy in a way that feels genuinely secure and beautiful. You deserve to feel that. Not settle for something that simply functions. Actually feel beautiful. For shopping, 3 search terms that bring up exactly what we've been describing: wide strap sundress women, square neck midi dress women, and off-shoulder dress women over 60. In the US, Jill's wide strap dresses are consistently excellent. Eileen Fisher carries beautiful structured tank dresses, and at Macy's, the Charter Club line has very good options at mid-range pricing. Chico's is also worth checking for wider statement straps. In the UK, Marks & Spencer's occasion dresses section, Filter by wide strap, Kaleidoscope for midi dresses, and Lakeland for summer occasion pieces. Price range: budget $25 to $50, mid-range $55 to $110, and luxury from $120 upward. You now have 3 tools that work with your eye's natural way of seeing. Before we go to the 4th, I want to take one moment, just for us. My beautiful friends, stay with me here for a breath. You have been navigating a world that has spent decades telling you what to do with your body. What to wear, what to put away, what to accept, and what to hide. And here you are, in your 60s, your 70s, your 80s. Still curious, still exploring, still showing up for yourself. That is not a small thing. That is extraordinary. Everything in this video was made for your real body. Not an idea of what your body should look like. Not a younger version, not a thinner version. Yours, exactly as it is right now. These are tools, not rules. You pick up the ones that feel right for you. You set down the ones that don't. You have always been the expert on your own life and your own body. Now, let's look at 3 more tools. And these ones are all about the joy of it. Here's what I've discovered about the open button down. And I think you're going to love this one, because it works completely differently from everything we've covered. When you wear it unbuttoned over a sleeveless dress, it creates a visual frame. Your eye enters through the open center, travels down, and exits at the hem. The arms become the side panels of that frame, not the subject, the frame. The good news, you probably already own this. Any button-down shirt, worn completely open over your sleeveless dress, length at the hip or just below, that's where the frame lands most naturally. The moment you put it on unbuttoned, the frame is there, nothing else required. If you'd like waist definition, tie it loosely at one hip. The knot anchors the frame. It's not decoration, it's architecture. For fuller torsos, keep the tie relaxed. The ease of the drape is what creates the elegance. Petite frames. Tie at the waist. It shortens the shirt's visual length and keeps your proportions beautifully balanced. Tall frames. Leave it completely open and let it fall past the hip. That longer line is precisely the point. One thing matters enormously here: fabric weight. Linen, chambray, cotton. These fall the way the frame needs. Lightweight denim works beautifully for autumn and cooler days. Avoid heavy or stiff fabrics. They collapse the drape and the frame goes with it. For finding yours: linen shirt women oversized, cotton button-down shirt women summer, and chambray shirt women relaxed fit are all reliable search terms. In the US, Old Navy and Land's End both carry excellent linen options. J. Crew's boyfriend button-down is a classic, and Amazon Essentials works well with those exact terms. In the UK, Marks & Spencer, Next, and Fat Face all carry good linen shirts. Budget range is $15 to $30, mid-range $35 to $70, and luxury from $75 upward. The button-down redirects where your eye goes. The next tool gives you complete control over where every eye in the room goes, including yours. Here's what I've discovered about accessories, and this one is rooted in a principle every designer knows. In any visual field, the eye travels first to the brightest point, the most contrasting point, the most detailed point. That's visual hierarchy. And when you place a statement piece intentionally, you are setting that hierarchy. You decide where someone's eye goes first. That's not a styling trick, that's creative direction. 4 placement tools for setting your hierarchy. A statement necklace at the collarbone is your primary anchor. The eye arrives there and stays in the center of the visual field. If you also wear earrings, let one lead. Don't split the hierarchy. Choose your dominant piece and let the other one simply accompany. For bracelets and cuffs, place them at the wrist, not mid-forearm. The wrist is the narrowest point of the arm. That's where proportion is most elegant. Your wrist is beautiful. Let the jewelry confirm it. And the softest version of this, a light shimmer or tinted moisturizer along the collarbone. No jewelry required. A gentle glow there sets the focal point quietly and beautifully. For accessories, search statement necklace women over 60, bold earrings mature women, and wide cuff bracelet women. In the US, Chico's jewelry section is consistently excellent. QVC carries a wide range of statement pieces, and Etsy and Amazon Handmade both offer beautiful, one-of-a-kind options. In the UK, Oliver Bonus for bold necklaces, Accessorize for seasonal statement pieces, and John Lewis Jewelry Department. Budget $10 to $25, mid-range $30 to $65, and luxury from $70 upward. You've been setting your own focal points your whole life. The 6th tool simply gives that instinct a name and a structure. This is the one I promised you. Confidence architecture. Here's what I've discovered, and I have genuinely never seen this on any other channel. Posture and the cut of a dress are not 2 separate decisions. They interact. A dress with even the smallest structural shoulder detail, a shoulder seam, not a pad, just a clean seam, communicates posture to everyone who looks at you. The fabric signals it before you've taken a single step. When the dress and your body work together in that way, it creates what I call confidence architecture. The dress and you, collaborating to project ease and presence, and that is available to every body, at every age. So when you're shopping for a sleeveless dress, look for one thing, a shoulder seam. Not a shoulder pad, those are a different era. A seam, a clean, defined line where the sleeve edge meets the shoulder. Even a 1/4 inch of structure there is enough. That seam does the architectural work. Your posture meets it halfway. And here is what I want you to try before you walk into any room while wearing it. One slow roll of the shoulders, back and down, that's all. It takes 3 seconds. The dress responds to it. The structure in the fabric meets the line of your shoulders, and the 2 of them compose the whole silhouette together. When that happens, the arms are simply part of the picture, not the subject of it. Nobody looks at the side panels of a beautifully framed painting. They look at what's inside the frame. You never needed to fix your arms. You needed a dress designed to work with your whole body, your presence, your posture, your confidence. That is confidence architecture, and you have always had it. You deserve to feel exactly that. And now you have all 6. My beautiful friends, 6 tools, all built on one truth. Your eye is intelligent, your body is beautiful, and when you understand how those 2 things work together, elegance is always the result. You came in wondering if any of this would actually work for your body. I hope you're leaving knowing it was designed for exactly that, and nothing less. If something in this video changed how you see yourself in a sleeveless dress, I want to know which tool surprised you most. Tell me in the comments. I read every single one, and I genuinely love hearing which of these tools is going home with you today. And if you're ready to bring that same confidence to the rest of your wardrobe, not just summer dresses, click here. What I want to show you next will change how you think about getting dressed entirely.